Alright, y'all. This is my setup. That's a Warbonnet Blackbird XLC, extra long convertible. Don't think I've had that on video yet. You can zip the mosquito netting completely off, use it as a standard hammock with no bug netting or anything, or you can zip the bug netting off and replace it with a solid cover, which is basically a piece of nylon, yeah, and it zips all the way on. It's supposed to add some warmth to your hammock. Another thing I don't think I've had on YouTube yet is this homemade under quilt. This is a woobie, or a poncho liner as some people call it. It's what I did was I laid it out flat, and it was way too wide for what I wanted, so I took and I drew a center line, and I cut 6 inches of each center line. Basically what I did was I folded it in half like this, and then cut 6 inches off of it, and that would make 12 inches, so 6 inches on each side of the center. And then what I did was, it's got all these this little doodad here. I got two of the lines still attached. I'm probably gonna end up de-stitching those, but this little, almost like tube coming through here, and I had to make little cuts to get I used a coat hanger to thread the wire, or the bank line through. No, this is full shot cord on this one. But then I realized it was too tight and I couldn't get my knots loose enough, so I had to add a little setup here, so that's going to end up getting redone. And then you've got this little guy down here, which you can tension, close that up or whatever. And then it's just a Pro Force Equipment all-weather shelter, a 10x10 tarp. It's a pretty nice tarp. I've used it quite a bit. It's got snaps on it. I'm not 100% sure what they're for exactly. I guess you could use it as a makeshift bivvy, but I can tell you it does help when it comes to folding this thing up when you're by yourself. Other than that, I just got the bag that my hammock goes in. I just use it to stuff all my stuff sacks. This still has the shelf like the old Warbonnet. Has the foot box. It's just longer, and you can take the mosquito netting completely off. Tonight I'm gonna try possibly my escape bivvy, and if I do not decide to try that, I've got my 40-degree Marmot Aspen SR Trailblazer, if that's not enough words for you. We've both got a couple. Well, Bart brought a smaller tarp, and so he rigged it diagonal, and so he's got one pole there and it's going down in ground behind. I have a much bigger tarp, and so I had to use two poles. We just cut some dead wood. These are all of them are dead poles. We cut them from way back yonder, over there in the woods. And over here we'll just set up tripods, bags. This is my EDC bag now. Just random gear. I've got this Thermacell guide that's smoking up. Not doing an incredible job at the moment, but that'll require further testing. This guy, which I'm going to rig up, this is going to be my pillow for the night. My mom got this for her neck pillow, and she didn't like it. So I'm going to rig it with some kind of line so it'll stay up in the head end of the hammock, because I found that I end up waking with a stiff neck. So, other than that, just basic gear. I got a new cook kit. This is my Snow Peak 1400. It's got the fold out lid. You can use it as a cook kit. I brought a fire piston for us to try if you want to play with that.
I've never even seen one up close and personal.
I've got
it went pop.
And I brought my mini flint and steel kit.
I got my big one.
This comes, I got a titanium bowl from Snow Peak that fits down in here.
Take the tension off this so it'll compress all the way, or
no, you keep it airtight. And then take the tension off when you're putting it away so it'll seal. Coffee, sugar down in the bottom.
Well, it won't even compress all the way.
Oh, you just smack it.
Yeah.
And let me set up on a tripod and we'll play with this for a second. Alright, let's go ahead and try this.
Let's try it.
This is my mini flint and steel kit. I'll show you all on camera. This is an Altoid small tin, and I got a little Ranger band to help keep everything together. Fold this open. Now it wants to stick together. I got a little hank of jute in here.
Don't be afraid.
Not on camera.
What?
Little hank of jute. Little piece of, I'm not sure exactly what rock that is. It's a rock that sparks when hit with steel.
Shirt?
Maybe. No, I think chert's whiter than that though. My mini little striker. Crazy small striker.
That's
and
nifty.
And a bunch of little char cloth in here. So what we're going to use out of this is char cloth. You can use a lot of different materials from what I've told. But we're going to go ahead and try this Wilderness Solutions thing here. And what we're going to do is just pack this char cloth down here in this little divot on the end. And then make sure it's sealed all the way.
Stay in the frame because you're there. There you go.
My frame.
You're lovely.
All right, and it takes a few times to get this, but you want to smack it hard and pull it out quick, otherwise you'll smother it. There we go, I got it.
Really? I'll be go to hell. You did. Huh.
So if you want to smother it, you just stick it back in there and hold it. And then when you want to put it away, see how it's like
right,
yeah, you just loosen it.
Let the air out. I'll be go to hell.
When you lock it, it just stays in there.
Suction. Right.
Yeah, so that's a Wilderness Solutions one. It's not my favorite. I was actually going to throw it in his box, his challenge box, because I want one of the buffalo horn ones. But it's a nice little piece of kit to play with. You can use damn near anything. I've seen people use leaves and all kinds of crap. It doesn't have to be charred. That's just what works best, I think.
Well, anything powdery and
then you just have to make your tinder bundle. And normally a lot of them, and this particular one, let me see this piece real quick. Yeah. This piece here, on this one, you can unscrew the head of it, and it came with a little ferro rod that fit down in there, but I since took that out and lost it.
Is that not what it really needs to have is a pick?
Yeah, a lot of them have a little pick built in here, but this one doesn't. Yeah, it's just like a little needle.
That is slick. I've never fiddled to one of these before. Probably a reason why. I'll be damned. I'll be damned.
It's just a matter of getting it banged in hard enough and pulled out fast enough.
That is finer than frog hair. I'll be doggone.
If you don't get it pulled out quick enough, it basically smothers it. But then,
ouch.
Like this, I gotta find out where my frame is. Right about here, I believe.
Trip over my guy line. That sucks.
So this is my mini striker, and it strikes a lot better than most of the big strikers I have. They're average size. But you're probably not gonna be able to see the sparks very good.
I sure can, and it is. It's putting out a lot of spark.
It's putting out a crazy amount of sparks, but this is my favorite.
What is it, 1095?
I'm not sure what he used on this, but it's got a nice little twist on it.
Yeah, very colonial.
Very small. I wanted something small because I seen one on somebody else's thing on Facebook, and I wanted something small that I could throw in like a day pack or something like that, and I wouldn't be bogged down by a big flint and steel kit. With the way I've got it set up, I have to get everything in there just so. I've got a lot of frickin' char cloth in here, and then I have to cram the rope in and cram the lid shut like so.
And then Ranger band it.
And then Ranger band it. Otherwise it just pops back open.
Yeah, helps keep it dry too with that compression.
But that's my fire kit right now. I don't think I have a fire steel with me.
I have one. That's on my gunny sheet.
But yeah, that's just something I've played with. I had several of those from Wilderness Solutions, and I found that they make the best ones that I've come across. Other stuff I've got with me: leather gloves, Crown Royal bag with tinder in it, otherwise known as a stripper's purse.
I don't believe you just said that on camera. I don't believe it.
And this has got some I believe some cottonwood bark. It's got some birch bark, some shavings, and it's got some tinder fungus if I can get to it.
Ta-da! Was that the birch cap?
No, this is birch fungus.
Oh.
I got a whole mess of it I picked off Birch Tree when I was up in Michigan.
Oh, good.
Alright, so we got a small fire going. And we've made a little rabbit stick type thing. And we're throwing it that, let me see if I can zoom in and get it.
No.
That right there, that signpost that says B2. That's what our target is.
It's the wabbit.
There's the rabbit stick. It's just something we knocked up to kind of kill some time.
See, that's why I don't play professional baseball.
Neither one of us is really getting that. I'm well off too. Way the hell off.
Go on, boy, get the stick, get the stick!
Oh, landing right there too.
I know, I saw.
Direct hit. My lazy butt's gonna sit down and watch him. Pick his nice little camera up and gently set it over here. Over yonder!
In the piney woods.
Oh, you nailed it. Look like it anyway. Damn close. If it was a human, you would have hit it.
Yep. Horseshoes, hand grenades, and thermonuclear warfare. Of course, we're aiming for the rabbit here.
Right?
I'll be aiming for it. There.
That'd still be shin.
Say again?
That'd still be like shin height. Knee height, shin height.
And that's no shin.
I'm gonna get up here behind you to catch a good shot. As long as the wind ain't coming down this way. Damn close.
Right in front of it.
Oh, Bart's rig, my rig. Small fire, just like a smudge fire type of deal. Yes, we've been burning a lot of green stuff, trying to create smoke. Alright, y'all. Not for sure what time it is, probably around 7 or so. I got up a little bit ago, right before the light started coming in. And got the fire going, made a pot of coffee. CapnBart just got up maybe 15 minutes ago. Got a pot of coffee going in the snow peak. Worked wonders. Did great. One of the fastest pots of coffee I've ever made, which is probably due to the titanium. And my phone died last night. So I've got my Anchor E5 going, and Bart's got his going. And so I couldn't check the time or anything, otherwise I was going to do an update in the middle of the night. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my phone on real quick. If I can get it to turn on. It's a new phone, and I've never actually had to turn it on before. That might do it. It is for sure charging. But yeah, I sleep a little bit on the cold side, and that's a 40-degree bag. And my problem last night was that I was having trouble keeping my underquilt on both sides of me, and I kept having to fight it. So I'm gonna have to probably end up either getting something different or modifying this one farther. I did finally get it, but it was half hour before I got up. But like I said, that sleeping bag, yeah, it was just a little bit too thin. Thought I had some thermals on, it would have been perfect. But with that underquilt fighting me all night, I really didn't get that great of sleep. It was quite annoying. 5:46 in the morning at the moment. Man, I was way off on time. So, but yeah, I kind of, in the middle of the night, I stuck my head down in my bag, so I got kind of damp. And so as soon as I started seeing light a little bit come through the trees, I jumped up and kicked the fire off and kind of stood around it until I got dried out and warmed up. I do have a kind of a long sleeve shirt on, which is awesome. Alright y'all, Captain Bart has provided breakfast. Dust off horse nuggets.
You know, it's way early in the morning to be a smart ass.
No, but these are, what kind of muffins are these? Original down under recipe.
Yeah, I can't tell you. I ripped the...
They actually do taste good, but when you break them open, they look like something a horse would eat.
They're a little crumbly.
They're full of grains and raisins and all kinds of stuff. But they really don't taste bad. They kind of taste like a cross between a banana muffin and,
oatmeal cookie.
Kind of, yeah. But, I'm going to eat one here as soon as I get done smoking, but...
I'll punch you right in the goat rope. Prick.
Alright, y'all. We're packed up for the most part. Both hammocks down, all our setups are down, packed up. Just whatever's left on the table is all we got. Really good trip. Pissed off about I broke my tripod and my camera. And my tripod's fine, my camera's broke. But it's still usable, just not on a tripod. Gotta finish, well, everything's in my day bag that I'm gonna put in it. Throwing the towel in the trunk, throwing my day bag in the back seat, pack in the trunk, cooler in the trunk, good to go. Bart's pretty well packed up for the most part. I gotta get me a case like that for my doohickey.
It's just it's something I had at the house. I actually used it for my, if I carry the boat now, the cords, charger cords and the plugs and all that. This was before I had portable power. It was,
I don't know, we might make love to some breakfast here for too long, maybe.
Oh, I like how you think. What, you didn't like the dust off horse nugget? Bitch.
The dusted off horse nuggets.
You gotta be making fun of my fucking muffins there, man.
They're really not bad. They're just a little grainy.
Did you see the Muffin Man? I saw the Muffin Man.
Do you know the Muffin Man? Ew. Gross. Alright, I'm just going to carry that and just put it in the trunk because I don't feel like putting the camera down to zip. Ew. Gross.
Yeah, it looks like something shit on it.
I did have a little incident with a bird in my tarp. Bird had a little schmutz on his tarp. And we're just sitting around coming up with ridiculous bond names now. Cinch that puppy down. Something like that. Some bitch. I'll edit it. Edited it. Anywho, that's pretty much it. We'll probably put the fire out because I got a bunch of water here.
Me too.
We organized the wood, picked up any garbage we could find, mostly just bottle caps, a few tin cans out of the fire. Got all our garbage.
Not everything. Here's a gum wrapper.
And there is a caramel wrapper over here. But we generally go around and pick stuff up.
Do you know the Muffin Man? I know the Muffin Man.
Do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man? Yeah, that's it. Nothing else to say, really.
Peace out!